Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Salomey and I'm an author illustrator based in the UK. I have illustrated 4 picture books and written and illustrated 2 graphic novels, Brielle and Bear Once Upon a Time and Brielle and Bear Project Fairy Tale. My graphic novels are light-hearted, slice-of-life teen romances, suitable for anyone 12 and above. So I wanted just to put together a list of graphic novels that I think are complementary to Brielle and Bear, and if you like Brielle and Bear, these are some graphic novels and manga that I think you'd really enjoy. So a little bit about Brielle and Bear. The books follow Brielle de Rosa, who is a first-year English student at Once Upon a Time University. She bumps into Bear, who is the shy vice-captain of the Once Upon a Time Prince's rugby squad at the bookshop where she works. They then proceed to fall into friendship and then into love, but not without a few difficulties along the way. There are fairy tale rules, there are old flames, and there's lots of laughter. It's kind of like a high school drama playing out in a university or college setting. That said, let's get into books that are along a similar vein. So the first is The Love Report by Becca and Maya, and this is a really cute and such a beautifully illustrated series. I don't actually own the first copy, so I'm just showing you the second copy here, but it's so beautifully illustrated. It has strong characters and it doesn't shy away from dealing with more difficult topics like divorce while also building up the sweet and the sour characters. It also deals with first relationships gone wrong and what the result of that can be. There is a 3rd volume in the series and there is starting to be an LGBT slant in the series with 2 girls falling in love, just to make you aware in case that is an issue for you. The next book on my list is Raven Saga by Chihiro Hao. I started following this series on Webtoon and I was so sad when Chihiro left Webtoon, but so excited when I saw that I could buy Raven Saga as a Webtoon unscrolled book. Raven Saga incorporates a whole load of very cleverly rewritten fairy tales. It is quest-like, adventurous, wholesome, and I just cannot wait to keep following these characters and find out what happens because it was never finished on Webtoon, so I'm so excited for that. The next beautiful graphic novel on my list for 12 to 15-year-olds is The New Girl by Cassandra Callin. This is an almost autobiographical graphic novel based on the author's own immigration experience, but the plot centres mainly around dealing with first periods, the pain, the mess, the struggle, while also dealing with trying to integrate with a new school, a new country, and learn a new language. It's really sympathetically and tenderly written. And I believe a sequel called First Crush is coming out, and the end of New Girl really leads up to First Crush really well. So yeah, I really highly recommend The New Girl for teenage girls. Next on the list is another Webtoon unscrolled graphic novel, The Kiss Bet by Ingrid Ochoa. I absolutely love The Kiss Bet. You can read it for free on Webtoon and I have read the whole thing. I really truly love that it's now in book format as well. It's another high school slice of life romance drama, and if you like Brielle and Bear you will really like The Kiss Bet. It's really funny, it never fails to make me laugh, but it's also really sympathetic to the high school experience and has a good amount of tender moments in it as well. Next up, the graphic novel adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing by Shakespeare, but this is adapted by Steve Barlow and Steve Skidmore and illustrated by Wendy Tan Xian Wei. There are now a really good number of graphic novels of Shakespeare's plays. I have Hamlet and I have my eye on Romeo and Juliet and on Twelfth Night, and those 3 are illustrated by Wendy. They do have different illustrators for the different books. I love how easy they make the play to follow. The characters are really brought to life. It's so funny how they argue and how they eventually get together. It's just such a great visual adaptation of these great plays by Shakespeare. I love the diversity of the casts. The art style is just amazing. So I really highly recommend the Classics into Graphics Shakespeare graphic novels. Next up is Crush by Svetlana Chmakova. She has a great series set at Berrybrook Middle School. As the title suggests, this deals with first crush but from a boy's point of view, and while being funny and cute, it also took me by surprise because it also deals with consent, and the main character has to make quite a difficult decision at a critical point in the book, and I thought it was really well handled. The art style is simpler than some of the previous graphic novels, but there are a lot of pages and there is a lot to get through. It's kind of like a lightly coloured manga. The next book on my list is Awkward by, again, Svetlana, and I actually read this before I read Crush. This follows 2 different characters at Berrybrook who would like to be friends but are in opposing clubs who keep fighting all the time. I like how this isn't about romance but is about friendships and is about building relationships with people, and it deals with different topics like parent pressure to succeed. It's very engrossing, very long, so there's a lot to get through again, but it's mostly light-hearted and I really enjoyed reading it. Next up are the Babysitter Club graphic novels. I only own 2, but I have taken out others to read from the library, and in general I really love this series. I think if you're looking for something for your 12 to 15-year-old, this is an amazing series to get them. Mostly light-hearted, deal with different topics in different books, and it's colourful while also being in the classic graphic novel style for this age range. This particular book deals with social anxiety and, of course, first crushes. I love the romance undercurrent in Logan Likes Mary Ann, but I really love Jessie's secret language for the representation for sign language. There is sign language in Brielle and Bear Project Fairy Tale because one of my characters has a deaf sister, so I incorporated a little bit of VSL in there, and I wish more graphic novels incorporated sign language in some way. I really like how it's handled, it's very sympathetic, and I also really like that Jessie is a ballet dancer. She reminds me of Misty Copeland, and it's really nice to see black ballet dancers represented so positively, and I love how they weave it into the storyline. Next up are two of my favourite hardcover graphic novels, Cece's Journal, Writer in Training, written by Joris Chamberlain and illustrated by Aurélie Neyret, and Cece's Journal, Lost and Found. This is a story of discovery, adventure, intrigue, loss, and healing in 5 parts. So Cece's Journal, Book 1, has the first 2 parts, and Book 2, Lost and Found, has the next 3 parts. As Cece investigates others' lives and stories, she ends up learning so much about herself. I love the little conflict she has with her friends and the resolutions that they come to, and all the little stories and people that she investigates. It's not only interesting, it's also so beautifully illustrated and was, for me, a main inspiration for Brielle and Bear. I would highly recommend this series, especially for curling up with on a cold winter's night. The little stories are so detailed and it's very immersive and makes you feel very cozy, but it's possible that it will also make you cry at least once, either book 1 or book 2. I love Cece's growth throughout the books as well, and just seeing her grow and change as a character and deal with things that she had kind of shoved off in her subconscious, deal with that with her mother, and to watch their relationship grow and change and become stronger is just really beautiful as well. So I really recommend this series for anybody, not just for 12 to 15-year-olds. It was originally written in French, and I'm so grateful that they translated it into English so that I could buy it. Next up is a manga series that I have recently started to read and fall in love with, called Skip and Loafer, by Misaki Takamatsu. This follows a girl called Mitsumi as she leaves a small village to start high school in Tokyo. This is a really gentle and slow but sweet slice of life series. Because it's a manga in black and white, there's time to develop the characters, you can do the same with a graphic novel, but because graphic novels are more colourful and thereby more expensive, sometimes you have to speed up the character development process. I love that Skip and Loafer takes it slow, and I believe that there are 12 volumes now, and I think the 12th one is on pre-order. I feel like Brielle and Bear, The Kiss Bet, The New Girl, and Skip and Loafer all sit in the same category together, so if you like one, you will like the other as well. That is, if you like gentle coming of age, layered characters with light conflict, and also gentle romance and characters that grow with you. I can't wait to collect more in the Skip and Loafer series as time goes on. Next is a manga I picked up on a whim called The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity by Saka Mikami. I actually haven't done much more than just flick through, to be honest. But it looks really cute. It's based on Romeo and Juliet, so there are 2 opposing schools, and the guy who's supposed to be Romeo goes to a state school, and everybody thinks he's intimidating because he's tall and he looks mean, I guess. But Juliet is a girl who goes to a posh private school next door, and they meet, although the 2 schools they're never supposed to meet. So I'm really interested myself to just read it and see how it turns out. Next up is Twins by Varian Johnson and Shannon Wright. This is in a similar vein and style to The Babysitter's Club. It follows twin sisters Maureen and Francine as they start 6th grade. But changes are afoot, and it deals with, the change between twins as one wants to kind of pull away and become her own person. I love how it's written. It doesn't at all feel immature. It feels more like a middle school story, kind of like the Berrybrook Middle School series. I like how it deals with change and with big emotions as well. And anyone that likes twins will also like Allergic by Megan Lloyd and Michelle Nutter. This graphic novel deals with a girl who really loves animals, but unfortunately finds herself to be allergic to animal dander, meaning she can't get the puppy that she has really wanted for a very long time. She has twin little brothers and there is another baby on the way, so there's a lot of change that happens in the story and that she has to learn to grow with and deal with. She eventually finds a solution to her allergy that allows her still to be in contact with animals. It's a really nicely written, simple story. In the same vein is this graphic novel, Click by Kayla Miller, and I believe that there are several books in the Click series, which follow the main character Olive from 5th grade through to 6th grade. The first book in the series, Click, deals with friendship groups, finding where you fit, and the courage to stand out and be your own person while also clicking with a lot of different types of people and having a lot of different types of friends. It's a straightforward story, nicely illustrated in the classic graphic novel style for this age range. Next up is a series I absolutely love and have fallen in love with, Katie the Cat Sitter by Colleen Venable and Stephanie Yu. There are currently 4 books in the series and I own all 4, and I believe a 5th one is coming out in June. This series is the perfect blend of funny with light conflict and of course a lot of highly intelligent cats. I love how light-hearted and amusing and yet also interesting it is. I love how it plays on heroes and villains, and if anyone is looking for a light-hearted collectible series, I really recommend it. Not just for your 12 to 15-year-old but also for yourself. Last but not least are 2 graphic novels for the foodies amongst us by Victoria Grace Elliott, Tasty and Yummy. I have written a 3rd graphic novel set at Once Upon a Time University based on food and baking, so that is why I included these 2 graphic novels, because should that one come out, these 2 will be recommended reading. Such a lovely, fun, really cute illustrated history of the development of different yummy foods, desserts, experiments like pizza. I love it. For lovers of sweet treats and good food, I highly recommend these 2 graphic novels. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this little recommendation video. I own a lot more graphic novels than just these, but I thought it would be nice to put together a list of graphic novels for people that enjoy Brielle and Bear and that are age appropriate for 12 to 15-year-olds. I also recommend the Sweet Valley Twins series, Curl Friends and The Cursed Princess Club, which is another webtoon unscrolled comic. All in the vein of slice of life or fairy tale retellings and are cute, funny, light-hearted and easy to get into, while still having conflict, layered characters and character development as well. There are so many talented authors and illustrators and so many great graphic novels out there, so I really hope you pick up one of these to read. Thank you for watching and I'll see you all around the internet very soon.